February 1874, the Colorado wilderness. Snow piling higher than a man's chest. Silence so deep it feels like the earth itself has stopped breathing.
5 men follow one man into the mountains. A guide, a drifter, a guy who says he knows the land.
Only one of them comes back.
And when he does, he's got more money than he left with, better gear, and a story that, well, keeps changing.
He says they got lost. He says they starved. He says they turned on each other.
But what did investigators find? Bodies. Cut apart. Consumed.
His name was Alfred Packer.
And depending on who you ask, he's either the unluckiest man in American history,
or one of the most quietly horrifying killers we've ever produced.
and somehow, the story becomes a musical. But is that truly why it endures?
Welcome back to the Fear Archive, the show where we dig into the real stories behind the horror. And tonight, my heart feels like a baked potato.
And the horrifying inside stories you already thought you knew.
We're lifelong friends, movie nerds, survivors of Long Island, and writing partners obsessed with dragging the darkest true crime stories into the light. We specialize in the kind of horror you don't have to make up.
And today, we're talking about Trey Parker's film, Cannibal the Musical.
And before we get into it, quick warning, this episode involves cannibalism, survival horror, and some real-life details that aren't light.
We're not going to be gracious, but we are going to be honest. So just know that's going into it.
Yeah, also quick programming note. We will, maybe not this season, but we will eventually be doing an episode on Cannibal Holocaust down the line. So
yeah,
watch out.
I think we have one cannibal episode per season. I think that's the quota.
I think that's the quota.
Us. Yeah.
Cannibal Holocaust. That is not a. That's an upsetting one.
Yeah. That one deserves its own emotional recovery period.
Yeah. So today is somehow lighter,
which is a little insane considering the topic, but
yeah. Here we go. So I'm debating whether or not to do this in some kind of crazy Randy South Park voice. Randy Marsh. No, I'm not going to do it in that voice.
No,
I'm not
like Brock Turner, is that his name from Futurama? He's like the actor.
Yeah, was that Phil Hartman?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was Phil Hartman.
Tommy Fry.
My friends call me Vicky. R.I.P. Oh, man. All right, let's get into the case. Alfred Packer, a.k.a. Alf, born in 1842, kind of a drifter, Civil War veteran, maybe. His past, already a little shaky.
Yeah, he's one of those guys where even before anything happens, you're like, I don't trust you, and I don't really know why.
Yeah. So in 1874, during the Colorado Gold Rush, Alf joins a group of prospectors trying to cross the San Juan Mountains in the winter. Not a good idea.
Yeah, it's already a terrible idea.
Historically bad decision.
Like, this is definitely how you die level of bad.
A shit show. And anyway, to add to the shit show, they split from the larger group, and Packer becomes their guide. Not a good move. There's 5 other men.
Weeks later, Packer reappears. Alone.
And immediately, people notice that things aren't adding up.
He's not starving. He has supplies. He has money that wasn't his.
Eventually, search party finds the bodies.
And it's not, they died peacefully.
Nope. They were butchered.
Packer's first story. They got lost, they starved, and he was forced to survive.
And the story changes.
And it changes again.
Final version? One man snapped, killed the others, and Packer killed him in self-defense.
Conveniently making himself the last man standing in every version of his stories.
He's eventually arrested. And he escapes. and he gets caught again years later.
And is ultimately convicted. The famous line from the judge.
Paraphrase, but basically, there were 7 Democrats in Hinsdale County, sir, and you ate 5 of them.
I don't know why that voice is, I believe it. But that's like one of the wildest courtroom lines in history.
Yeah, it's from the
5 of them.
Yeah, it's from the I think it's like, no, I know I said I paraphrased it, but there are fucking transcripts of this fuckery. Yeah, so Packer serves time, he gets released, and he lives out his life. Is basically
I think it was like 18 years or something like that is what he served.
Yeah, it's still, that's a hefty. But, you know, he becomes a local legend and dies in obscurity.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Packer becomes folklore.
Not just a criminal case, he becomes a myth. He makes himself more than just a man, Mr. Wayne.
Mike is available for voiceover work, but anyway, so to understand why the story sticks, we need to zoom out just a little bit.
Cannibalism, technically called anthropophagy, has existed. It sounds like a cool store at the mall. It's existed.
Get your anthropophagy.
Come to anthropophagy. Get your jerky. Oh man, it's existed across human history.
Have you seen the trend online, the anthropology rock? It's like,
no.
It's like women pranked like their significant others, where they get like a $300 rock from Anthropology, and it's literally just a rock from like the yard, but it's like a huge rock. But it's kind of funny because it's like, you know, the same kind of rock with cannibalism, like how he kills them with a blunt force trauma. But anyway.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Sorry.
That's funny. Esophagus beast. Yeah, there's a great fucking weird Italian horror movie called Anthropophagus. I don't know why I have to say it like that. Anthropophagus.
I'm not mad at it.
It's so bad, but he eats a baby in it.
Okay. But anyway, it's not always the way we think. Sometimes it's ritualistic, sometimes it's survival, and sometimes it's symbolic.
But in American culture, it's almost always framed as, well, horror.
Right. And like, think about it. We have the Donner Party.
1846, wagon train trapped in the Sierra Nevadas. Hey, I just talked about that off camera. We're talking about Lone Pine, Sierra Nevada.
I've driven that strip, the Donner Pass, and it's terrifying. I can't even imagine doing that with like a fucking wagon. But
no.
They ran out of food. People die. Survivors do what they have to do, you know?
Yeah, and even though it's survival, it becomes like this permanent cultural trauma.
The same with shipwrecks, like the Essex, the inspiration for Moby Dick.
Oh, that was a fucked one. And what about like the Andes plane crash, you know, in 1972? They made the movie Alive about that.
Yeah, every time it becomes this line humanity crosses that we're obsessed with.
And Packer sits right in that space, but with ambiguity, total ambiguity.
Because we don't know if he had to or if he chose to.
That's what makes him stick. Unreliable narrator.
Yeah. It's so interesting, that time period, right?
Yeah.
When was it? Was it late mid 1800s?
Yeah, just about.
Yeah. I mean, when you think about the world, you know, you see like period pieces, you know, obviously the Gilded Age came probably like, you know, 40 years after that. But you know, you have these people who are living in pretty like, I don't want to say modern, but modern for that time situations. And then you have out west where it's still being developed.
Right, westward ho, you know.
All these western towns and people really living on the fringes of just like being outdoors, right?
You ever go to some of those old prospector towns?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, you ever go, there's this one that's like, just like, it's fucking, I saw a lady get bitten by a donkey there. It's called Oatman. All right. No, but seriously. All right.
I'm sorry. I had to.
She was torn. No, it's good. It's good. This lady was
okay.
No, it was.
I'm available for donkey voiceover.
She was tormenting this animal. She was like trying to get it to like bite her cheesesteak. and it fucking bit her on the hand. It was amazing. She was tormenting it. Don't torment animals, please.
Also, like, don't feed an animal if you don't know how to feed them properly.
Yeah, had a huge dong.
Dominic
I
the
sent
donkey.
a picture of it to my mom. No, I took a picture of it, and I was like, "Hey,
Loretta.
Mom, look, yeah." I'm like, "Look at this donkey that I met in Arizona." She's like, "It's so cute," but it was clearly the donkey with like its like arm hanging out from between its legs.
I don't want to get off topic, but this
Sorry.
is so off topic. But
Yeah.
I was playing this game called Baby Steps, and there's like these donkeys in it that are like human-like, and they just have giant dongs hanging out.
Yeah,
It's really weird. But I'm gonna send you a photo of like a screenshot of it because it was like so jarring. I'm playing a video game. I mean, the video game's pretty dumb. You're just literally a walking man, like an incel. Like you make him walk up a mountain. That's the game.
With this donkey with a huge dong.
And then you run into this donkey who's like, he's wearing like a button-up shirt, and then
I thought you were gonna say he butt ends the donkey.
No pants.
Yeah.
And a dong. Anyway.
I mean, they should call them donkeys, you know?
I mean, yeah.
Right? Like, you could kill someone with a donkey.
Let's get back on topic.
Yeah, so I mean, it's like we're not really that far off of it. This story is kind of like so bizarre and kind of funny. I don't know. He was either really stupid, like dumb luck kind of stupid, Alfred Packer, or he was just a really bad criminal. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I guess the question is for me, do you think this is like, do you think he truly did it out of survival?
I don't know. I really kind of like toggle back and forth with this because, you know, I mean, obviously in the movie, like they make him out to be this kind of like lovable.
Yeah, but we'll save that.
Yeah. That aspect.
Table that.
I think the real guy was probably. I think it was. I don't know.
Okay,
I'm on the fence with Alfred Packer. I'm on the fence.
Let's just think about it for a second.
Right.
The first person.
Right.
Dies.
Right. Is this the one they shoot?
Well, we don't know, right? We don't know.
Right.
We don't know.
Yeah.
Let's like take the movie off the table, right? Take that film off the table. And just think about like something must have happened. Because you have 5 versus 1, right? So something must have happened truly where it triggered this moment to happen. And then they're like, let's eat them.
Yeah, like I mean, literally, like they do. This isn't in the historical accounts that the bodies were butchered, like
right, so
sliced up and like portioned out. You know, like
now
we could cook this and eat this.
So let's just say that happens, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that the psyche of "Are you next" happens?
Oh, totally. I mean, but then
like,
it's
think about like bodies, right?
Right.
Like that. Like,
great movie.
Oh, like, yeah. But that thought of like, who did it? Well, I mean, not who did it because they know who did it, but like, who am I next? What's going to happen next? Like, I don't know how to explain that feeling that they must have had.
Oh, yeah. Total paranoia. Total.
Yeah.
I mean, kill or be killed?
So, yeah, I'm wondering, like, then how does the second one happen? What's the justification for the second person? Because he's still outnumbered. So, like, I'm trying to think about it in a logical sense of, like, did he single-handedly kill everyone? Or is he, like, convincing them? Is he a mastermind in, like, manipulating the situation? Or what, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's a clear answer, and I don't think like we have the evidence to sway us one way or the other. I just think I think it was like terrible circumstances either way.
Mm-hmm.
Either way you cut it. I mean, but it's so crazy too that like the Alfred Packer story, we don't really hear about it as much as we hear about like the Donner Party. Fuck, we don't even really hear about the Essex. Like the Essex was disgusting, horrific shit. Right, that story with that shipwreck, right? I don't know, like why is it that one sort of takes precedence over others? And I'm sure there's like so many like stories. I'm sure there's like wagon trains that happen, like where people had to eat each other. Like I'm sure there's stories we don't even know about.
And then I'm sure it happened, and then that one person may have not even survived after all.
Right? Sure. Right.
Yeah. Why do you think survival cannibalism cases get sympathy while others are viewed as monstrous?
So survival cannibalism, I think, is different because it is survival. Are you talking about like the others
Mm-hmm.
being like the sexual cannibals? Like the have you ever heard that there was this dude, I don't even remember his name, but there was this dude in Germany who like met somebody, I think through the internet or through like a sex magazine and like wanted to be eaten. And like they had
Yes.
this like relationship. This happens
Yes.
a lot. It's not
Was
just
that
the
the
one.
guy who's like, amputate my leg and eat it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he
yeah.
had his penis. And there was like a weird ass movie made about it. I think it was like a German movie that was made. I forgot what the movie was called, but like
Giving German.
oh totally. But it's not the only case. There was one.
Yeah.
I remember the name because there was a hardcore band that took the name of the victim as like the name of their band, the Renee Hartfelt case, where it was like a woman who met
like
a dude.
on brand for hardcore band.
Totally, yeah. They were like an old school hardcore band, and that was the victim's name. I can't think of it. And I mean, hey, we should remember the victims and not the killers, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know if they met on like early like chat rooms and like they had like this consensual agreement for this cannibal fantasy kind of stuff. And he murdered her and ate her.
Oof.
So the Renee Hartfelt story.
I would never trust anyone who's like, I want to eat some flesh. What?
Totally. But I mean, it's
Come again?
crazy. It's
Yeah.
So that is, you know, even if it's consensual, that's still murder. I don't support that. The cannibalism for survival. I mean, I think like to some extent too,
Well,
like
here,
it's been sensationalized.
Let me ask you this then.
Yeah.
At what point does survival cannibalism cross into murder? And do you think Packer crossed that line?
You know, Packer is still like a tricky one for me to figure out. Like I think Packer was probably not a criminal he doesn't strike me as a criminal mastermind, but I think his crimes were like crimes of opportunity. I think that like one of them was going to do that in that group probably. Like I think they were all desperate. And I think that like Packer was probably in a position at some point where they were like injured, or at least a couple of them were injured, or just so sick and dying from like fucking exposure because it was freezing, right?
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to imagine
I don't think
that.
he was a calculated murderer. I don't think this is like some sort of fetishized act.
Yeah.
You know, like this is just like, I got to do this now or they're going to do it to me, you know?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, because they were like trying to eat, like it's known like they're trying to eat like
their
the
shoes.
leather and shoes.
Yeah,
And so
which was very accurate in this movie. You'd
have to imagine if they're doing that some of them probably got frostbite and like probably could lose their feet and limbs and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
They were in agony, I'm sure.
When you get frostbite, do you like lose usability
I don't know
it?
I think so. I don't listen.
Where's
drop it in the DMs. Yeah. Drop it in the DMs. Let us know. But I think like the limb essentially, the tissue dies. I think
that's what I think too. It turns black.
Yeah. It falls off. Yeah. This movie,
inedible.
Man. Yeah.
We need some fresh flesh. Fresh flesh.
Ain't a cheesy poof. Shit, we're trekking into the movie. I rewatched this movie for like the first time probably in like 20 years, and I loved it. It's so catchy. Every song in this movie is catchy.
I mean, I
had
truly,
a spadoink all day.
I know. I hadn't seen it since I first saw it, probably when I was young, and I was like, cinema.
Yeah. You know what I didn't realize though? That this movie was made in 1993. Yeah,
it's actually, it was a student film. I think he was in film school and it was a student film.
Yeah. And he actually went to school in Colorado.
Yeah.
Like they are very true to
famously known for being in Colorado.
Yeah. So Trey and Matt.
Should we hop into it?
Yeah, let's hop into it.
All right.
So
cut into the 1990s, approximately about 1993. Film students, no money, and absolute chaos.
Trey Parker and Matt Stone.
Before South Park, before the Book of Mormon, before all of it.
They make Cannibal the Musical. Basically, student film, final project, thesis, whatever, at the University of Colorado. They make it for an estimated amount of $125,000, which adjusted for inflation is probably, I don't know, what, like $500,000? Still an impressive amount.
That's a lot of money.
I think $125K, that is nice for a senior thesis.
I'm looking it up.
Yeah. Let's adjust that for inflation. That is the budget amount. That I pulled off IMDb Pro.
It's going to be insane because inflation's so crazy.
So they got money to make.
For anyone in the future listening, this is from 2026.
Yeah, ain't hashtag evergreen, baby.
Oh, okay. Well, it's not as crazy.
What's it adjusted to?
What was your guess?
$500,000.
280.
Oh, that's a modest. No, it's not a lot. I mean, it's a lot. If I had that,
it's a lot of money.
Happy.
Yes, but it's not as the inflation cost isn't as much as I thought. Okay. Anyway, back to it.
That's good for a student film. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. But anyway, it shows in the best of way. You know.
Yeah. It's a scrappy movie, man. Like, just totally weird, fucking unhinged. Very funny. So they shot it on 16 millimeter on location in Colorado. It was later blown up to 35 millimeter, but I love 16 millimeter. It looks cool. I mean, it has a charm to it.
Yeah. They take the Alfred Packer story and they turn it into a full musical comedy.
Songs, absurd characters, just this total whiplash.
And somehow it works.
You know, production-wise, it's DIY to the core. You know, they had their friends as actors, limited locations, hell, real snow.
I bet most of the budget was spent on the horse, but it had a level.
Leanne.
It had a level of commitment that's kind of insane.
Yeah, you could already see their styles forming though. Like there's so many proto Trey and Matt moments in this movie, you know, like South Park, Book of Mormon, Team America, like it's all here.
Oh, the satire of one of my favorite parts was how it's Asian folks pretending to be indigenous people.
Yeah.
And they really play into it. They're like, no, we're native.
We have teepees.
Exactly. And
we're
it's comical
Indians.
because that's famously in film, that's what they have done in the past, right? They're casting the wrong ethnicity and just going with it. So they really laid into that, the satire of that, which I thought was so funny. Anyway.
Yeah, no, that actor too. So that's the same guy who would later appear.
City Walk?
He was in Orgasmo in 1997. His name is Masao Maki, and he played G-Fresh in Orgasmo.
I was wondering if he's the same guy who voices the City Walk.
Let's see. I'm looking him up.
In South Park, because Peter and I love that character. He's so funny.
Maybe. I hope he's still with us because he's so funny.
I actually watched South Park. Like, I am current and I've seen every episode.
I need to get current. I need to get current again. I do too. I love Trey and Matt's writing.
This past season, the City Walk converted into a store to sell Labubu's, and it was chef's kiss.
Amazing. So this actor, he might still be alive. He hasn't done anything though since 2024. 2024. He was the voice of Mr. Money in Mr. Yanagi's Aliens.
Okay.
I don't know what that. It looks
Sounds
like it was
add it to the watch list.
Yeah. I love him. G-Fresh.
So yeah, you can see their style forming, and especially the musical side, and it directly leads into the Book of Mormon, famously, right?
Yeah, the DNA is all here. There's the catchy songs about horrible things.
Yeah,
totally.
It's on brand.
Yeah, Yeah. The film. So obviously this film doesn't blow up immediately. You know, like we
It's a
said, it was
student film.
1993 was the official release. I think it played festivals and whatnot. Fucking thing really didn't see any kind of wide release until like almost a decade later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
South Park hits, and people go back to finding it, and it becomes a cult classic.
Not because it's polished, but because it's this raw, like passed around midnight movie kind of thing, you know? Like it's like this cult.
You feel the risk.
Yeah.
Like, we're just gonna do this kind of energy.
Yeah, it's definitely it's charm. And I mean this in the best of ways. It's disgustingly charming.
Yeah.
So there's so much in this movie that I love, that I totally forgot about. I know I may have said this up top, but I haven't seen this movie in like almost 20 years. How about you?
Same. I mean, I don't want to tell everyone how old I am, but I think we all know at this point. But yeah, it's been a long time. It's when I like in high school, I think, when I really started getting into film, and I heard about it and I was like, how can I watch this? I forgot how I even did get a copy of it. It's not like we had streaming services. I'm like, how did I watch it?
Say I hang on. I'll be right back.
Oh, you were leaving for an emergency.
No, this is the emergency. This is my original copy. I got it. I got it at Tower Records in Massapequa, RIP.
I'm like, did I watch it through you?
We might have watched it together. I don't even remember. But like I forgot that this was a Trauma release, which is so interesting. You know, like
wait, let's see it again.
Yeah. There we go. We got that. We got let's see the old Trauma stamp on there. We got like Toxie's misshapen Yep, head on that label. But I remember when this got released, it was like probably also like a pricey VHS. I think it was like 30 or $40 at Tower Records, also because, they were just upcharging the shit out of it. But yeah, that was the first time I saw it. So like the first time I saw this movie was, hold on, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to look at the year. But I think this was the first official release of this film. It didn't have a proper release until, this is 96. Could that be? Did I get this in 1996?
Yeah, I mean, that's the copyright on it.
Yeah, on the tape itself. Yeah, 1996. But, again, like this was,
you have a VCR.
I do. I do have two. I have two. I have them hooked up too, so like I could copy tapes still.
I was just gonna say that.
I was like, I back in high school, I used to it wasn't even a lot of, I guess it was money then. I used to bootleg tapes for people. Mainly it was porn. But
I don't remember that part. You didn't tell me that part.
Did I? No, I used to bootleg movies too. I used to bootleg like copies of like fucking like Halloween. What was it? Halloween H2O, and people wanted Gummo for some reason, which was, I love Gummo. I think Gummo is an amazing movie.
Yeah.
But movie Kids, the Harmony Korine, Larry Clark film, which we got to do an episode on that at some point, but maybe our talkback episode. But anyway, So there's so much good shit going on in Cannibal the Musical that I didn't pick up on the first time I saw it.
Okay, I see your notes, so I have a spoiler, but everyone else can see them. But can we start with? Well, go ahead.
Which one? The fact that this movie. So this movie.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Oh shit! Yes, yeah. There is like, and I do know. I don't know. I mean, but I think Josh. Am I saying it correctly? Josh Gad? Is that how you say his name? I don't know how. I don't think he had anything to do with the writing of Frozen, but I know he's like somewhat of a horror fan, a little bit.
Well, he's in Book of Mormon.
Right. So there's a connection to Frozen in Cannibal the Musical. So Oh, that makes so much sense. See, I know nothing about Book of Mormon in general. I've never seen it.
That's
but
the
I
most
do.
general thing that you need to know about it. Like
Right.
it's so good. It's so good. When I was watching it, my ears went like, I was like, this can't be. This can't be.
What, the snowman thing in Cannibal?
Yeah.
Right. So it's like so is there a nod to Cannibal the Musical in Disney's Frozen?
Exactly.
Which is insane. So in Cannibal the Musical, the song is called Let's Build a Snowman.
Yeah. It's so similar. Like,
he's like, hey, you guys, you want to build a snowman?
And then they're like, let's
fucking
build a
shoot
snowman.
him in the
head. Yeah.
He is the first one to die in the movie. Spoiler alert. Yeah.
They eat him. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
They didn't let him spoil.
Nope. Nope.
All right, let's go. What's another one you want to bring up?
So I was in my research. I read that Trey Parker was actually inspired by Homer's The Odyssey when he was writing this, which makes sense. Soon to be a big budget summer movie from the old chief himself, Christopher Nolan.
Big release.
Yeah. But it's really funny because there is a scene that's like disgustingly pays homage to The Odyssey to an extent. Very deep cut in a sense. The big mountain man who pops out, he's like, "Are you looking at my eye?" And it's like ejaculating. It's like all this white shit's shooting out of it. And there's that, who I imagine was supposed to be like the Cyclops somewhere.
Yeah.
Totally. What else? So interestingly, there's also a cool Friday the 13th, very on the nose Friday the 13th reference in the movie, when they have a guy dressed like Crazy Ralph from Friday the 13th who pops out and he's like, "You're all doomed. You're doomed." Even as the
another
hat
famous Mike voice.
Yeah. Doomed. Sounds like a really ominous.
He's here for hire. So
ominous Winnie the Pooh. No, but you know, it's something that I'm thinking of, and I don't even know if this is just like the simulation or if it's just how shit works with this. But so when Cannibal was finally released and it actually got a real release, there was a big budget studio film, which is also phenomenal. You ever see the movie Ravenous by Antonia Bird?
No.
It's really creepy, deals with cannibalism, but also like there's a supernatural element to it. Deals with the indigenous legend of the Wendigo. And it's got a stacked cast. It's like Guy Pearce, David Arquette, Jeffrey Jones. There's so many people in the movie. I want to say Ray Fiennes, but I'm probably wrong. It like tanked. It was put out through Fox at I want to say around 99, 2000. So Ravenous actually came out in 1999.
Okay, so that's like
and the plot of this. So get this. This is the plot of Ravenous. Upon receiving reports of missing persons at Fort Spencer, a remote army outpost on the western frontier, Captain John Boyd, played by Guy Pearce, investigates. After arriving at his new post, Boyd and his regiment aid a wounded frontiersman, F.W. Calhoun, played by Robert Carlyle, so not Ray Fiennes, Robert Carlyle, who I think he was in one of the 28 Days Later movies. So he recounts a horrifying tale of a wagon train murdered by its supposed guide, vicious U.S. Army colonels gone rogue. Fearing the worst, the regiment heads out into the wilderness to verify Calhoun's gruesome claims. Cannibalism.
I just can't imagine eating a human.
Neither can I. I wouldn't do it. There's so much you could get.
Disgusting.
I mean, I guess for like survival, like I would. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It is absolutely disgusting. You could also get really sick. It's like there's a disease. I think it's like it's almost like I don't know if it's like a brain parasite, but it's called Creutzfeldt-Jacobs syndrome.
I think you get like some shit around your mouth too from it, or something.
Maybe,
I don't know. Anyway,
Well, like,
what other
fucked.
connections? What other connections did you see while watching it, or inspiration? I guess you could say. I don't
So
need
at
Disney
one
suing
point,
us.
he's like, no, at like one point, he's legit doing the Cartman voice. Like you hear the Cartman voice at one point. Like when they're
Yeah.
going into
Yeah.
the general store.
Yeah.
And like, hey, mom. Yeah. So there's that.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Does the humor make the story more, no pun intended, digestible, or does it trivialize some of the genuinely like horrific moments?
No, I think it makes it more endearing.
Mhm.
I wasn't horrified at any point while watching Cannibal the Musical. I thought it was a very, dare I say, whimsical story.
Mhm.
Like you kind of you want him to survive, and I forgot how it ended. No spoilers, but like
Yeah.
when it does finally happen, I'm like, oh yeah,
Well,
great ending.
I feel like okay, I didn't realize that this was like truly based on like a real person.
Yeah,
Like I didn't remember that. So when I was rewatching it, knowing, I was like cuz it's framed in a way, right? Where I'm like, "Oh, this guy, he's like worried about his horse and he lost the horse and he loves his horse." And part of me was
Leanne.
like, "Are they going to eat the horse?" But no, he loves the horse and he loses the horse. Becomes obsessive about finding the horse. Um but I realized when I got to the end how and I trusted him, right? I trusted
Right.
Packer. I trusted
Yeah,
him
he's
in the movie.
likable in the movie. He's so likable.
And I didn't think about like, oh, he's the one who does this, right? Um because when we're doing all this, if I don't already know like the true crime, I watch the film first and then I dive into the true crime so I don't get like influenced. So anyway, they did such a good job at making him an unreliable narrator. And it
Yeah,
really
I
ties
agree.
in to the true crime of like, yeah, this guy's story kept fucking changing. and
Right. And I mean, I think that's a good way
and
to
yeah.
back up to your argument. I think maybe this guy was a piece of shit.
Mhm. Yeah.
Maybe he did do this intentionally and there was like some like modicum of guilt that he was feeling and he was like, oh fuck, I got caught.
How did you
And just
feel
trying
when
to
how did you feel when the first person got killed?
it's kind of a jarring kind of thing because that's the guy that gets shot, right? Like he just shoots
Yeah.
him. He's like, ah,
Yeah.
fuck. It's kind of cool how I forgot how jarring it is. This is kind of like boom, he shoots him.
I was
He
like, "Oh,
isn't
I
he like
forgot."
singing
Yeah.
too? Like he's
Yeah.
like singing.
It
He's
was
like,
because he was like, "I wanna build a snowman." He was doing the snowman shit.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
just
And
like,
he's like,
boom,
boom,
right in the head,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
yeah. It's a good jump moment. Like it really gets
Yeah.
you.
I was like, "Oop,
It wakes you back up.
okay. This is
Yeah,
where it
yeah.
gets dark.
And
This is
some of
where
the
it happens."
gore in that opening, the gore in the opening scene is pretty cool too. Like it's
Mhm.
definitely very like old school. Like I couldn't find anything about the makeup effects, but like looks like they're either chewing on actual meat or like
Yeah.
liquid latex is like in his mouth. And
Yeah.
it's pretty believable. He bites fingers off. Like it's like
Yeah.
definitely it's cool. It's definitely cool.
Do you
You
think the
know.
film is more about the event itself or how stories get told and distorted over time?
Ooh, I love that.
Mhm.
The second, I think it's
Yeah.
definitely, and I think that's very intentional on Trey Parker and Matt Stone's
Yeah.
behest. Like I think that they're very smart creators, and that would make complete sense. That
Yeah.
they're kind of showing that this guy was an idiot.
I agree. I think it just shows and how they it's like the foundation of them, right? Is taking something complex and breaking it down and making you think that you're watching something about one topic, but then you realize, oh, this is a bigger conversation. Like this is like a think piece, right? And I love seeing their early work like this and just seeing how it has evolved over time and how, as someone who watches South Park, like the day it comes out, just how it's evolved over time and how smart they are in their craft of storytelling. I mean, South Park, it's like the episodes, they do like longer episodes, like short, like movies now, but
Right.
which are great. And it's fun because you get like, more time with them.
Right.
But most of it's like 25 minutes long, it's a comedy. It's the half hour slot. So it's interesting, like seeing what they can do in such a short amount of time to get their. It's all like politically motivated too, and like ethics motivated, right? And they get their story across so fast, and it's really impressive. Yeah. I would love to meet them.
They're
I'd love to just have a conversation with them.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. Hot take. Trey Parker is Bob.
Slide into our DMs.
That would be sick. No, they're so smart. I love everything that they do. Orgasmo, they followed this up, like, honestly, it was years later. They followed this up with Orgasmo, which was also another really interesting commentary on Hollywood, on religion, on sexuality, but they wrote a script between Orgasmo and South Park that I think they actually made a considerable sum on. It was called Fuzzies, and either they both wrote it or Trey Parker wrote it.
Was it produced?
No,
or they just wrote it.
They sold it. I think I want to say it was sold to Paramount, and it was supposed to be about like Tamagotchis, but like it was like kind of like an ET. Their version of the ET, but like with a little bit of a Gremlins tint. I could send you the script. I have the script.
Yeah.
But it's them. It's cool. It just never got made. But I think they sold it for like $1 million in the mid 90s. And I'm just and it's just never. It was like one of those bookshelved kind of scripts. But they were always on the pulse of something, and I just love how like they are still right in the zeitgeist of things. Like right now. The sheer
They're not
fact,
afraid.
Oh, they're not. And I love that fearlessness about them. I think that that's just such a beautiful thing. I mean, and they really are standing up to some really horrible fucking evil at the moment. And I love that.
Yeah, it's really interesting because when the whole Paramount like merger stuff was happening and which late night show was affected, but like, he was kicked off because of what
Kimmel?
because of exactly. I thought it was him. Because of what he said. In response to that, they made an episode of South Park and they're just not afraid.
No.
They're not afraid. And it's great. And it's so, like I said, it's like the subtext, but then at the end, they're just like right in your face. It's there. And like, a lot of people think South Park is just a lot of like fart, poop, dick jokes, but like there is some depth to it if you actually watch it as an adult now with your frontal lobe developed. And just look at it from a different lens. Obviously, there are a lot of funny toilet humor things, and listen, but I love a poop joke.
Yeah, same.
I do love a poop joke, but I also love, the like saying fuck you to capitalism, fuck you to the evils of the world, and doing it in like a smart way.
And they do that 100%.
With a little poop joke on top.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope my poop, my little fart doesn't get filtered out.
No, I keep thinking of the what was it, Stan's grandpa, when he's like fucking really going at it with Cartman in is it the Thanksgiving episode, the Charles Manson crashes. I always remember the grandpa, he's like, and then I'm gonna dig up your grandma and hump her skeleton.
Like, listen, it's if y'all haven't seen episodes, I would say from the past, even just like 5 years,
they're all funny.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's insane. They introduce continuity into the episodes, so it's not like a new day starts.
Right.
And
The
so
continuity, that was
they
so
do
great.
callbacks to like, what's actually happening in the town and everything. So anyway,
Okay.
big fan. Watch it.
Same.
But yeah.
Trey and Matt, we would love to talk.
Yeah, we're here.
Yeah. But this movie, geez.
Should we hop into the connections?
Yeah, let's hop into
between the film and the true crime.
Yeah, so this is
Of
where it
eating
gets
people.
fun. Yep. Let's connect this real story to the movie.
Yeah, let's go beat by beat.
So in reality, Alfred Packer is unreliable and possibly deceptive.
In the film, he's almost naive and earnest, a victim of circumstance.
Real life, shifting stories, contradictions. Not good when you're trying to prove yourself innocent in a court.
Yeah, and in the film, exaggerated versions of those contradictions played for comedy.
Yeah, the group dynamic, men turning on each other.
It becomes cartoonish, but it's rooted in the actual breakdown of expedition.
Yeah, even the idea of who killed who first.
That's directly pulled from the conflicting testimonies.
And that's the great part of this film is it turns ambiguity into absurdity. So Trey Parker actually did use actual primary source material for the courtroom scene. So the courtroom dialogue is based on the court transcripts and contemporary newspaper reports even do mention that scene with the old lady throwing the tomato at him. So that allegedly actually happened. At least that's what the trivia section of the film's IMDb page told me. But cool thing. They used the actual courtroom where Packer was tried. It was in Lake City, Colorado.
Really?
Yeah. So that was the actual.
So good.
Yeah, isn't that wild?
Yeah.
That was the actual set for the courtroom. And do you want to know something else that blew my mind? And it's funny and very South Park adjacent. But his dad was the judge, and I was like, "Why does this guy look like a character?" Guess what his dad's name is?
What?
Randy. And he looks like fucking Randy from South Park.
Wait, that's so funny.
Yeah, and his dad's like, he even has like a Randy quip. He's like, "Oh, holy shit!" It's like a Randy. I don't think it's holy shit like that.
No,
but
I
it's like
love
a Randy.
Randy's one of the greatest characters. South Park.
So
anyway.
his real name, Trey Parker's real name is Randolph. So that's his name is Randolph Trey Parker.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So he's Randy Jr.
Interesting. Yeah.
So that blew my mind.
But anyway, yeah, Cannibal never fully lets go of the darkness.
Which it's ultimately why this film works. It also does, as we mentioned earlier, it gets the survival details right. Definitely like the slow, brutal reality of freezing to death and starving to death.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about this earlier. There's that moment where they talk about eating their shoes, and this isn't an exaggeration at all. It's like historically documented. So, members of the Donner Party, they actually boiled and ate like the leather goods that they had with them. So like their shoes, their belts, even like the animal hides, because leather, it has collagen in it, and that can be broken down into calories. And when it's softened and cooked, and you survive. It's not great, but you could survive.
Yeah, it's funny watching this film again this week while we're having like a historical heat wave in LA right now.
Yeah.
Every day we were hitting like a new historical high. It was like 100 degrees. But anyway,
jeez.
I know. I was like, please, I'll take some snow. But anyway,
I'll give you all the snow that we got.
I know
this
you guys.
Fuck it.
You guys are up there
Felt like I was
to eat each other.
Fucking Cannibal the yeah. I was in the Donner Party.
But anyway, I think it's also worth mentioning that there was a rivalry between gold diggers and fur trappers, which is definitely interesting. Like, it wasn't as rigid as the film portrays, but during the mid 1800s, especially in the American West, survival often blurred identity. Fur trappers, prospectors, gold diggers, displaced settlers, and indigenous groups sometimes overlapped in a territory. They traded knowledge or adapted each other's survival strategies. it wasn't like a clean divide. It was a desperate shared ecosystem shaped by scarcity, migration, and adaptation.
Yeah. The movie actually does this right. I think it does it pretty good. And plus, like, the Fur Trappers look like they just got bumped from like a 2010s like indie band fucking showcase in Williamsburg.
They looked like they were at January 6th.
Oh, geez, that too. Oh, God. I was like, here I was going like, these guys look straight out of Bushwick 2010. But I mean,
they did look like that too.
They did look like the QAnon shaman too. So yeah. Oh, geez.
So why does Alfred Packer still matter? Why does the story still endure?
Well, because Packer and his story, it sits like this like intersection of survival and morality.
Because we don't get a clean answer.
And because somehow his story can be told as horror.
And as a comedy.
Which is really deeply uncomfortable.
And very, very human. Hey, Mike, if you were starving in that situation, do you think you'd still know exactly where your moral line is or only realize after you crossed it?
I don't know. I don't have a clear answer here. I think that like ultimately it also depends like who I'm with. Am I with my kids and others? Am I by myself with others?
Mm-hmm.
Ultimately, if I was in this situation with my kids, I would want my kids to survive, you know? So like I would do whatever it would take for my kids to survive.
Throw them a leg.
Right. Like, I mean, if I'm like
yeah.
I mean, I know it sounds like, oh, you know, like I'm not white knighting or anything here. I'm saying, oh, sacrifice me, you know, like,
yeah.
right. Like I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. It's a really fucking tough situation.
I don't know if I would kill somebody, right? But if you're in a survival situation and like you haven't eaten in, you know, a long, long time, if someone's there, do you eat them? And we don't have to answer that. We can just keep it as an internal answer. But
yeah.
I think listeners, what would you do? Please,
like, let us know.
Yeah.
We're curious.
Honestly, I really want to know what everyone's thinking because, like, it is such a deeply disturbing moral situation. But if you want to live, right? Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta engage in some Dahmer-esque tendencies.
Mike, I'd give you an arm. I'd give you an arm.
Yeah, I'd give you one too.
Arm for an arm. Oh, thanks.
Yeah. I don't know how I taste. I'm probably like pickled. Well, the alcohol I can see. Yeah. I'm bourbon braised.
I don't know. You're the H-Wagyu.
Yeah. I have the marbleized fat. It truly is like I mean I really don't think at the end of the day I have it in me to kill anyone. I know I've said this you know same. Like I think that and I mean I don't know if we'll ever cover the Donner Party. I don't know if there's a movie. There might be a movie about the Donner Party.
I think there probably is.
Probably, right?
Yeah.
You know, I feel like there were way more documented cases that were so horrific and like that question that you posed, that you posited, like it was something that was such a struggle, even, you know, like then in that moment for people to manage. I do remember one really disturbing thing about the Donner Party is that the children had way less of a moral compass, and it was easier for the children to try to kill the adults. So that is something.
Yeah, Yellow Jackets, right? Like
right. Oh shit. Yeah, I guess we could do two.
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right.
Yeah. So look,
an arm for an arm.
Arm for an arm, and you know, thanks for chilling with us, literally here in the Colorado wilderness, for another episode of the Fear Archive. Next time we might stay in the realm of reality, maybe not.
Yeah, but eventually we will be talking about Cannibal Holocaust. So mentally prepare now.
Yeah. It's a wild one.
Yeah. Until then,
stay curious and hungry.
And maybe don't trust the guy who says he knows the shortcut through the mountains.
but I have teepees. All right, everyone. Be well and don't lose your spadoinkle. You've been listening to The Fear Archive, hosted by Amanda Kagawada and Michael Ryan Asap, produced by Cassie Josephove, with original music by Umberto. This podcast is a production of Violet Hour Media.